Imagine you send money to your friend, but instead of a bank, random strangers around the world is checking everything you do. And the crazy part is, you still cannot cheat. No bank, no manager, no central control. Just a system that runs itself. Sounds like science fiction, right? But this is real. This is blockchain. Now let's start from something you already know. Every time you send money online, there is always a middleman. A bank or payment app sits in between. They check your balance. They verify your identity. They approve or reject your transaction. And yes, they take a fee for doing it, because without them, people could easily lie, fake payments, or double spend money. So the real problem is not money. The real problem is trust. Now imagine a world where you do not need to trust any single company or person. Instead, thousands of computers all over the world agree on what is true. That system is called blockchain. Think of it like a giant shared notebook that the whole world can see. Whenever a transaction happens, it is written into this notebook. But here's the twist that changes everything. No one owns this notebook. Everyone has a copy of it. So if someone tries to cheat and change a number, it will not match everyone else's copy. And instantly the system says, no, rejected. Now let's go deeper. Transactions do not get stored randomly. They are collected like a list. Imagine a digital page filling up with hundreds of transactions at the same time. Once the page is full, it becomes a block. Now here's where it gets interesting. Each block is connected to the previous block using a special digital fingerprint called a hash. This fingerprint is like a seal that proves the block has not been changed. So now you have something like this. Block of transactions linked to another block, forming a chain. That is why it is called blockchain. Now here's where the system becomes almost impossible to hack. Let's say a hacker tries to change one transaction in an old block. The moment he changes it, the fingerprint changes. But that block is connected to thousands of other copies across the network. So now his version does not match anyone else's version, and the network immediately rejects it like a broken file. In simple words, to cheat the system, you would have to hack thousands of computers at the same time, faster than they can talk to each other. That is practically impossible. Now let's talk about something even more important. There is no single boss in this system. No CEO, no headquarters, no central server. This is called decentralization. Instead, the power is spread across thousands of computers called nodes. Each node keeps a full copy of the blockchain and helps verify transactions. So even if one part of the network goes offline, the system still keeps running. Now let's bring this into real life. When you send Bitcoin, your transaction first goes into a pool with other pending transactions. Then, special computers, called miners or validators, pick up those transactions and check if everything is valid. They make sure you actually have the money. They make sure nothing is fake. Once verified, your transaction is grouped into a block. That block is added to the chain forever. And once it is added, it cannot be changed or deleted, ever. This creates something very powerful that normal systems struggle with. Transparency. Anyone in the world can verify transactions themselves. No hidden edits. No secret manipulation. It is like a financial system where every action leaves a permanent trace. Now think about this for a second. In normal banking, you trust the bank. In blockchain, you trust math and the network. No emotions, no corruption, no human bias. Now let's simplify it even more. Imagine a group chat with thousands of people. Every message is visible to everyone. And once you send a message, you cannot delete it or secretly edit it. If you try to lie, everyone immediately calls it out. That is exactly how blockchain behaves, but with money and data instead of messages. So the big idea is not just cryptocurrency. It is removing the need for blind trust in a single authority and replacing it with a system that verifies everything automatically. That is why blockchain is not just technology. It is a shift in how trust works in the digital world. If this finally made blockchain clear in your mind, then subscribe to Bitstick, because next we are going to break down how people actually make money in crypto without getting confused or scammed.